Oh, hello. I've been trying to record this for 4 times because this is an office hours capsule. That's right. Capsule. A small section of my office hours live stream. You can find on twitch.tv/TheAstroPub, youtube.com/TheAstroPub live on Thursdays at 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific. We'd love to have you join us live as we talk about Star Citizen lore, news, and more. Today, we are talking about a bit of an interesting thing. CIG's released a Traveller's Guide to Nyx. Talks a little bit about the lore and other things about the system that's going to be coming out with 4.4, which we know the patch, they always push the patch, so it's coming out in the next 2 weeks. It's available right now on PTU for Wave 1. So, with that being said, let's get started. Traveller's Guide to Nyx. Traveller's Guide to the Galaxy Nyx. Star System. Welcome to another edition of Traveller's Guide to the Galaxy. These dispatches aim to provide early insights into the lore and design shaping new locations coming into Star Citizen universe. This time we venture into Nyx, the third system to join the verse and coming Alpha 4.4. Note, in this edition, we'll be sharing a glimpse of what's on the horizon for Alpha 4.4, as well as a look further ahead at content planned in future updates. Please note that anything beyond Alpha 4.4 is subject to change as development continues. Welcome to the Nyx system. Nyx is an unclaimed planetary system situated at the border of a dark nebula. At its heart lies an F-type main sequence star, orbited by 3 planets and 2 sprawling asteroid belts. As you travel towards the primary landing zone, your path will take you through the Glacium Ring. The belt is home to many old and decommissioned structures, like the breaker stations and more, left behind by QV planet surfaces. The Glacium Ring, or Nyx Belt Alpha, is a dense asteroid belt located between the second and third planets in the Nyx system. For years, miners from throughout the verse traveled to the ring to make their fortunes. The largest object in the belt is called Delamar, an enormous asteroid and home to the famous mining facility, Levski. Levski Settlement. It dropped. The system's primary settlement, Levski, is built into a large asteroid with a Glacium Ring. Once a mining facility, Levski has evolved into a refuge for those seeking life beyond the tightening grip of the United Empire of Earth, UEE. Today it stands as a symbol of independence and resistance, a place where ideals of freedom and self-governments endure. Tucked away on the rugged terrain of Delamar lies Levski, a fascinating independent settlement with a story as bold as its founders. This off-the-grid haven was established in Standard Earth year 2655, with the boundaries of within the bones of a long-abandoned QV Planet Services mining facility. Named after a 19th century Earth revolutionary, Levski was founded by the People's Alliance, a group of political dissenters who envisioned a society free from tyranny. During the oppressive Mezzer era, the settlement became a beacon for refugees fleeing Earth, Sol 3, and a sanctuary for those escaping unjust government persecution. While Levski prides itself on its egalitarian ideals, its remote location, and anti-establishment roots, it's also made a magnet for the less savory visitors. Pirates, smugglers, and outlaws have all passed through its corridors. Despite this, the People's Alliance continues to stand firm, defending their vision of freedom and community. The Tanaka Memorial. The entrance of Levski is dominated by a statue of an unnamed worker holding the lifeless body of Anthony Tanaka, a child laborer who was executed by an advocacy agent in 2757 for refusing to continue to work after a 16-hour shift at a munitions factory. Footage of the murder was smuggled out of the factory and became a symbol of resistance to the growing members of the anti-Mezzer movement. The Tanaka Memorial stands as a solemn reminder to the People's Alliance to never return to the UEE. Each year on December 3rd, Anthony Tanaka Remembrance Day honors the child whose act of defiance became a rallying cry across the empire. So, just as a note, this has been a tradition in the Evocati and now into the PTU. I would like to move it into the live as well. If it is your first time visiting Levski, please bring some sort of offering to place before the Anthony Tanaka statue in remembrance of the child who never had a chance to grow up. Be it a toy, be it some sort of plush, or a drink. It's up to you. Mercy Hospital, Levski's primary medical hub, offers emergency care and advanced treatment for travelers and locals alike. Find everything from everyday supplies to rare and exotic goods at the Grand Barter. Haggling is expected, and the atmosphere is as much of a draw as the wares. The bazaar is also home to the iconic Café Musin. The People's Alliance. Stronger Together. A faction originally formed by the people fleeing the unjust Mezzer regime, they founded a utopian colony and a ready-made station on an asteroid in the Nyx system. In spite of the challenges of living in an airless rock, their settlement, Levski, endures to this day. The People's Alliance of Levski are dedicated to the creation and continual development of a truly egalitarian community, where all may feel safe and free to express ideas, while supporting each other towards the communal goal of enlightened self-sufficiency. However, there are those who seek to take advantage of the People's Alliance's lofty goals for their own selfish gain. A Taste of Delamar. Notable Nyxes. Remote, rugged, and rich in character, Delamar has quietly become the source of some of the most distinctive drinks in the UEE, whether brewed in cave stills or whispered about in cocktail lore. Its contributions are worth a toast. That's why Café Musin is actually pretty famous. It's sort of a revolutionary bar. Jinx Gin. Distilled and bottled on Delamar, Jinx Gin owes its striking coloration and part of its mystique to the Omoplotus mushroom. First brewed in 2901 by bartender and local legend Alta Touré, Jinx began as an experiment to craft a drink using ingredients native to Delamar's harsh terrain. After many failed attempts, Touré's breakthrough came with the Omoplotus, resulting in a gin that glows faintly pink and tastes like rebellion in a bottle. Today, from the quiet lounges to bustling spaceports, Jinx Gin is a go-to for bartenders looking to serve something with a flair and story. Treece Sling. While Treece Cordial isn't native to Nyx, its most famous cocktail may be. The Treece Sling, a whiskey-based drink that gained popularity at G-Lock Bar in Area 18, is said to have originated in Delamar. Local bartender Claire Rios of Café Musin claims she created the recipe in 2911, only for it to be borrowed by G-Lock staff passing through Nyx. Whether stolen or simply shared, the sling has become the staple across the UEE, but in Delamar, it's still considered a homegrown classic. Oh, it is a little bit cut off. Let me move it a little bit this way. Hold on. There we go. A glimpse ahead. Beyond Alpha 4.4, what follows is a preview of content that's planned for future updates and not included in Alpha 4.4. They reflect longer-term development goals and may change as work progresses. Locations. New locations will arrive with future content drops. Here's a look at what's coming into play further down the line. Breaker stations. Municipal works. Tactical strike groups. Planets. Nyx 1, a green yet uninhabited world undergoing experimental terraforming process. Nyx 1 may soon have an atmosphere that will let everyone breathe free. While their quality of life would improve sustainably if they relocated to an inhabited planet, some members of the People's Alliance are worried that access to an abundance of resources will undermine their collectivist values. Kind of a shit explanation, but, you know, it's dumb. It's really dumb. I'll just say that. They're like, if they, well, we should not move to the freaking paradise planet. Nyx 2. The air on Nyx 2 is sweltering, stifling, and extremely poisonous. A smog planet located in the system's green band, it has been impossible to terraform due to technological limitations. However, the unpleasant nature of the world still does have one benefit. There may still be an untapped wealth of resources waiting for those to brave the waiting for those brave and industrious enough to claim it for their own. Nyx 3. Furthest planet from the star is at the center of the Nyx system. Nyx 3 is an ice giant with a stormy atmosphere. That's it. I gotta say, people saying maybe the air is only slightly poisonous. No, so it's undergoing terraformation. I think the whole it's green but uninhabited and uninhabitable is just because it's in the process of terraforming right now. So when it comes out, it will be terraformed. But the reason why they're hesitant to terraform to move to the planet is stupid. They want to be a self-sufficient egalitarian society. Then they have a freaking paradise planet right there. The thing is that apparently that terraformation is being done under their noses and they're not stopping it. So someone is experimentally terraforming it, and we don't know who, but they're doing it against the wishes of the People's Alliance, which is really stupid because the People's Alliance is usually fairly severe about that kind of stuff. So that part is kind of stupid, in my opinion. Just in general, that's stupid, and I'm sure CIG will try to make it work, but it's pretty weak. Everything else in here sounds great. Sounds just like what we've seen before. I do like the fact that how it's formatted. I didn't know about the Jinx Jin or Tree Sling either. That's pretty cool. The thing you got to know is that I will be doing a lore breakdown, a complete system survey of the system released hopefully around the release of this. So I'll probably have to get it done within the next 2 weeks. I'm currently finishing up my ASD lore video, so that'll be out probably this weekend for Patreons and for my the Astro Historian members, but it'll be out next week for everybody else. So I've got like 4 videos in the pipe that'll be coming down here shortly. But yeah, that is the Travelers Guide to Nyx. If you did enjoy that, make sure you hit that follow button, subscribe for more content, and hit the bell icon to be notified when these release. As always, thank you for watching. And please let me know down below if your thoughts on any of this, your thoughts on the Nyx system, if you like the Traveler's Guide or not. I'll try to link it in the description so you can go through it yourself. But like I always say, hope to see you someday in the black.